Hey, what's up everybody? I haven't been to Hat Yai of Thailand for a long time. In fact, the last time I was there was about in my 20s, that's about 4 decades ago. I believe that Hat Yai has a lot of changes and now it is entirely different from it was years ago. So when my friend suggested we go to Hat Yai for the holiday, I quickly said yes because I want to revisit the place that I had nearly forgotten. This video is about all the places that we have visited during our 4-night stay in Hat Yai. We also have a separate videos about the food and the restaurant that we have visited during our visit, and I will leave the link in the description below these videos for your reference. This time, we decided to do something different, that is to take a train ride from Kuala Lumpur of Malaysia to Hat Yai. So we will add the KL Sentral, that is the train station in Kuala Lumpur, and we have pre-booked our tickets by using the train app. The electric train was very comfortable and is with air conditioning. We booked a seat with table as we know that we're gonna have meal during the train ride. And the train departed smoothly and quietly and we hardly even notice it. And certainly we are doing the right decision to bring our food and drink because the cafe in one of the coaches had very limited options. Furthermore, there's a 3-pin power socket under the seat in which we use it to make coffee and tea during our trip. We arrived at Padang Besar, that is a town in Malaysia at the Thai border, at about 3:30 p.m. Our plan is to catch the local train to Hat Yai, which was scheduled about an hour from now. Train ticket cannot be pre-booked and the counter only opened when the scheduled train arrived.
They'll call you and say, okay, Hat Yai, how much,
Yeah.
and how many people.
Yeah.
So you can actually do it.
But just now we pay 50 per person, right?
For the train.
So this one I think is going to be more expensive
Oh yes, it's
because
about,
it's individual
roughly you can estimate 300 baht per person.
per head. Ah,
That is
yes,
the legal check.
ICQS.
Other side is the Thai side.
Ah,
You
right.
must pass the ICQS.
Mm.
So that's the Padang Besar to Thailand. To Thailand.
Mm.
So you just walk, go down, queue, get your passport chop, you're outside on the other side. It means you're legally now across.
The local train is quite different from the electric train from KL. There isn't any air conditioning, only fans. Nevertheless, the train ride was quite enjoyable as the window were open and the wind blow through from one side through the other. The train ride took us about 40 minutes. So after we arrived at Hat Yai station, we took a tuk-tuk to one of the restaurants for dinner, which cost us about 80 Thai baht. After dinner, we visited the Lee Garden Night Market. It is a bustling market in front of Lee Garden Mall. The main area consists of 2 rows of hawker stores with narrow walkway between them. Lee Garden Market is a one-stop center for all the local street foods. Since we have just had our dinner, so we will just too full to eat anything and just browse around with the stores to find out what they are offered. Besides foods, they also have stores selling clothes and handicrafts. And there are more stores and tables and chairs for diners slightly away from the main area. Today is a long day, so after that, we get back to our hotel, have a good rest, and get ready for tomorrow. The next morning, we walk to Yong Market to sample some local food for breakfast. The wet market is located inside the building, while outside there are rows of stores selling various items, primarily street food. So we were here to try the local delicacies, street food, and experience the morning vibes of the daily life of the local people. We will show you what we have tried the street food during our visit in a separate video, but meanwhile, let me show you some highlights. Not far away from Yong Market, there is a small lane which is known for its street art. But I felt that wasn't that impressive, not because its lack of artistic value, but it's because there are certain pieces of this art were poorly preserved and the color faded. It would have been much better if the original artist could have refurbished it, or if new pieces could have been created. Anyway, I've selected a few better ones for you. There are many Buddhist temples at this area, and we visited one of it, which is mainly feature Kuan Yin as the main deity, which is called Wat Khao Bo. But the main temple that we wanted to visit was actually Wat Chue Chang. It is just walking distance in this area, and this Wat is known for its stunning architecture, which combines the Thai and Chinese elements. During our visit, we were fortunate to meet the abbot, who was wheelchair bound, and he recommended us to walk up to the top floor, which offers a beautiful panoramic view. The temple is decorated with hundreds and thousands of ornate porcelain tiles. The interior and exterior wall are entirely covered with these tiles and make its architecture unlike any other. That was a rare opportunity for us, as the top floor was only partially open to the public due to ongoing construction, and we were honored to be allowed to preview the progress that had been made. After lunch, we head to a temple which is among the most unique one during the whole trip. That is the stainless steel temple. The most captivating aspect of this temple is its architectural design. Unlike many other temples, it was primarily constructed from stainless steel and featuring numerous circular stainless steel tubes. And this created an intriguing visual effect that was truly stunning when approached from the outside. The structure includes several circular chambers, each symbolizing a day of a week, and also feature different Buddhist deities and photos. We ascend to the upper floor via one of two circular staircases, which is also made by stainless steel. Up there is an open area, and we could view the top of the pagoda, which was also made of stainless steel. The design makes it markedly different from any other temple that we have ever seen, giving it a unique modern experience compared to the traditional temple mainly built with wood, stones, or tiles. I highly recommend anyone who comes to Hat Yai must visit this temple. Our next destination was the Folklore Museum. What we experienced could have been much better, because the main issue was that all the exhibition rooms were poorly lit and did not provide any explanation in English. So as a result, we struggled to understand the significance of those exhibits since we couldn't read the local language. Besides that, there's no fans, there's no air conditioning inside, which make our visit really fall short of our expectation. While leaving the museum, we visited a statue of Buddha and Kuan Yin located at the edge of the hill. The unique aspect was that the tail of the snake curled up the Buddha statue. And at first we didn't pay much attention to it, but later we discovered that it was the tail of the same snake from the temple we visited next. We came down from the museum, which is located on a small hill, and below that is the temple called Wat Khao Bo. One of the main attractions is the statue inside the cave, but the most stunning feature is the snake's head, which opens its mouth wide.
It looks like it. She looks like a cat. Our Chedi is got it.
Driven by curiosity, I climbed up the stairs inside the snake's body, which led me to its tail located on top of the hill. And at the summit are the statues and Buddha and the Kuan Yin, which are part of the museum we had just visited earlier. Before we head out for an early dinner, we visited the beautiful Samnaksong Kuti. The temple has various animal sculptures, particularly snakes and elephants, and feature a large Buddha statue near the entrance. We climbed the stairs to the upper section of the temple, where we were required to remove our shoes. There's a white stupa and it's a serene spot with panoramic sea views. We were particularly drawn to a giant gong in a garden, and we used it as a backdrop to capture some beautiful photos. So we end our day to have dinner and check into Laguna Grand Hotel and Spa for tonight. After a late breakfast the following day, we continue exploring Songkhla. We check out from our resort, headed to Samila Beach, home to the famous mermaid statue. Today's weather was perfect with blue sky, fluffy white clouds, and gentle breeze. The beach has stores, many street food, clothing, souvenirs, and in addition to that, the sandy beach where the mermaid statue stands, and there's a well-maintained promenade with a paved walking path. According to the information displayed in front of the golden mermaid statue, there was a mermaid comb her hair on the beautiful beach under the starry night, and a young fisherman encountered her, inadvertently frightened her away. Though he waved goodbye, she disappeared into the sea forever. After lunch, we wandered around the Songkhla Old Town. As we strolled through the town under the hot sun, passing by a beautiful building still under construction, and it's decorated with ceramic vases and plates.
Using tiles and this one is porcelains. Vase.
Another one right at the back.
We were curious to know whether it was a private property or if it could have become another tourist attraction. If you visit Songkhla Old Town in the future, look for this building in this image, and it is unique and likely cannot be found anywhere else. We then walked to the Songkhla Gate before we returned to Hat Yai. It's a gate that has been constructed for settlement in between 1836 and 1842. Most of the city walls has been demolished for road expansion, and this is the only one that still remains. And along the way there are some shops that are pretty old and they still retain the original architecture. and some have turned into shops, and we went into one of them who sells ice cream, and the interior was captivating. We returned to Hat Yai, and after dinner, our tourmate went for her favorite massage. If you walk along downtown area of Hat Yai, you can see rows after row of foot massagers and other massage places along the street. However, we were quite tired and we decided to return to our hotel for an early rest. The following day is the day we need to return to Kuala Lumpur. We walk along the street and discover a unique cafe in the morning. It is called Lynlan Hostel and Cafe. It has a fascinating ambience on the ground floor. The design is a fusion of Western and traditional Chinese architecture, making it truly distinctive. We ordered our coffee and headed to the upper deck, fitted with 2 small tables. The ambience is traditional Chinese, but it offers Western coffee and desserts. This is a hidden gem in Hat Yai that you should not miss during your visit. So that wraps up our trip to Hat Yai, and after lunch we returned to our hotel, check out, book a car for 4 of us, taking us back directly to Padang Besar train station in Perlis. And these are the places we visited during our 4-night stay. This list only highlights part of our experience, as we also tried many different types of authentic Thai food during our time here. Be sure to check out another videos about the dishes we enjoy and the restaurant that we have visited. I will leave the link in the description below the video. Don't forget to check it out, and I will see you there. Peace.